There are lots of different ways to be a girl, and there are lots of different ways to sort of be empowered as a girl, and there are lots of incredible role models who are running this camp and working here.
When my daughter was born in the late 80s, I started to look around for a camp just like Kieve for her with my wife, and there really wasn't anything just like it. And so I knew at that point that I wanted to create something for her. It took a while, but we were able to build a sister camp for Kieve.
Kieve has been a boys' camp run for 3 generations by the Kennedy family on the shores of Damariscotta Lake. Now they've expanded their nonprofit educational organization to include the Wavus Camp for girls. Wavus, which is also located on Damariscotta Lake, has a proud tradition dating back to the 1920s, just like Camp Kieve. Now, girls who have routinely watched their brothers head off for the wonderful Kieve experience have their very own camp.
It's really great to be here, to meet new friends, and to try new things, and it's a really great experience.
I liked a lot the snow goose. I like that we can choose our activities.
I love Wavus, and it is a very unique place for girls to come because they get a chance to develop their own sense of who they are, both in camp and out on wilderness trips, develop leadership skills, and become strong individuals so that they can be the best selves that they were born to be and serve other people.
It's just a really great place to take risks and learn and grow.
Girls had the chance to just cut loose, enjoy all the traditional activities that camp has to offer, and do these phenomenal wilderness trips where they really grow a ton and are challenged in a group and as an individual.
The girls thrive in a fun atmosphere of kindness, friendship, and exploration. Wavus counselors are well trained and carefully screened.
When girls come to Wavus, they're greeted with lots of enthusiasm, and we know what kind of fun they're going to have. The girls live in cabins with their counselors. They're beautiful. The campus is relatively new, and so they're post and beam, big open spaces with bunk beds. They've got private baths, and they're little community, family type living environments.
The counselors are really supporting.
Popcorn bowls!
Yes! Yes! They're a little nutty. Like, they can get crazy sometimes.
The girls that work here at Wavus are exactly the kinds of role models parents would want for their children to be living with. They love children, they're enthusiastic, they're positive, they're kind and respectful and loving, they have good energy, they are skilled in wilderness experiences, they're teachers, mentors.
Our #1 rule is that everyone deserves to be treated with kindness and respect.
The spirit of Wavus just shines throughout the day. You hear kids singing on their way to activities and cheering at the flagpole, and it is contagious, and everyone's laughing all the time and being challenged at the same time. So it's really nice to see a kid be challenged and laughing at the same time.
At Wavus, it's so easy to make friends.
It's really a good place to come.
It's a great experience, and you have a really good time. Everyone here is really kind.
They learn to be resourceful, they learn to take care of themselves, they push themselves. A lot of times they show up at activities and think they're not going to be able to do something, and just with the right sort of guidance, they get it done. And then they feel really good about it afterwards.
Girls need time to be with themselves without the pressures of being around boys, being around the trappings of modern shopping malls, the internet. They can come here as one person and leave as a completely new person that they've invented themselves. They're surrounded by people that prop them up, that are kind and compassionate and loving and enthusiastic, strong women. Many of them have grown up here as well.
Swimming's always fun because it cools you off after a long day.
I went up on the trapeze, the high 50, and a vertical parallel playpen, which you have to climb through tires and everything, which is fun.
Before you do it, like, you'll be really scared, but then you really push yourself to do it, and then you're doing it and you're like, wow, I feel really good, and then you feel like you've accomplished something.
I like the ropes course and the aquazip.
Camping trips are often the most memorable parts of a Wavus summer.
They'll learn about trip skills, so they'll pitch a tent, they'll build a fire, They'll plan a menu. They'll hike around a little bit because they'll practice before they go. And then they'll learn about encouraging one another.
The trip leaders assure safety, encourage teamwork, and foster a deep respect for nature.
It's a whole other world out there that they've never experienced, and realizing that they can step away from the craziness of everyday life and just completely survive on their own, I think gives them a lot of, makes them feel like they have a lot of power in the world.
Every year that a girl comes, we try to work on their skills because every year their trip gets progressively more challenging. So the first year is an overnight, maybe to Camden Hills or Hog Island, which is an island owned by the Audubon Society, which we have a collaboration with. And there the girls have their one-night camp out. They also spend time on the snow goose or lobster boat.
We have a wonderful program on Hog Island where the kids get to explore all over the island and get to learn about how the ocean interacts with the island. And Hog Island Ryan, who runs the whole thing and does a great job diving in with the kids and getting them really excited about their environment.
From there they build, and it gets a little bit more challenging, but huge for confidence building. So they might do a 2-night to Camden Hills or 4 nights to White Mountains. The 11, 12-year-olds often go to the White Mountains.
I'm going to go on an 11-day trip down the Penobscot River and Baxter State Park. Now you're just sort of out in the wilderness on your own. You really have to trust in who you're with, and you have to really work as a team.
Allagash, it was good. It was great. We went canoeing. We went out for 6 days. We went canoeing. We slept in tents. We went whitewater rafting, and it was really fun. I think I've grown to be more brave to do other stuff, try other stuff.
The girls come back from these wilderness trips, they are transformed. Their heads up higher, their shoulders are back. They're stronger than they realize they are. I believe that if what you want is a place that teaches good values in a wilderness setting, that isn't afraid to challenge girls, that is about kindness and respect, there really isn't any place like this.
The Wavus Camp for Girls, a wonderful place in Maine where girls make friends for a lifetime as they explore, challenge themselves, learn, and enjoy just having fun.
There are lots of different ways to be a girl, and there are lots of different ways to sort of be empowered as a girl, and there are lots of incredible role models who are running this camp and working here.
One of the great things I think about Wavus, all the opportunities that they offer to kind of challenge yourself and, you know, sort of go on that discovery to find out really, gee, I'm stronger than I thought I was, or I can do what I thought seemed maybe impossible.
I love archery, and I like the ropes course.
Wavus is an absolutely beautiful camp, and it's a very safe place to come to, a very safe environment.
I think it's really great, and I've enjoyed the activities because they really push me.
Wavus was a wonderful camp for our daughter Emily, and she had a wonderful time there. I knew that Wavus, being an old established camp, would have great traditions and things to provide, just as Kieve does.
It's gonna be like nice seeing my parents again, but it was a really fun experience, so I don't really want to go home. Next year when I come back, I'm staying for 3.5 weeks.
Find out more about the Wavus Camp for Girls by visiting our website, kieve.org, or just give us a call. We hope to see you soon.